Hey everyone, welcome back to New Cars Technology Channel. Today, we're talking about one of the most popular SUVs in America, the Toyota RAV4. It's everywhere on the road, and for good reason. Toyota sold nearly 500,000 RAV4s last year, making it the third best-selling vehicle in the US, just behind the Ford F-Series and Chevy Silverado. But now, big changes are coming. Spy photographers just caught the next-generation RAV4 testing in Detroit, and we've got all the details on what to expect. Plus, there's been a leaked image from China that might give us our first real look at the 2026 RAV4. Stick around as we break it all down. All right, let's start with what we can see from these new spy shots. Toyota's camouflage does a solid job of hiding details, but there are some key takeaways. First, the front end is looking blockier and more upright. The headlights are rectangular, with C-shaped accents that appear to wrap around a trim piece across the grille. It's possible there's a thin LED light bar linking the headlights. This gives the RAV4 a modern, rugged feel, borrowing some styling cues from the new 2025 Crown Signia. Moving to the side profile, it seems a little more squared off than before, especially around the D-pillar. This could mean extra cargo space behind the second row, which is always a plus. Toyota is keeping the signature trapezoidal wheel arches, so expect that classic RAV4 look to stay. At the rear, things get a bit more interesting. While the taillights are tough to make out in the spy shots, rumor has it Toyota might introduce a full-width LED taillight bar. That would be a stylish and modern update. Now let's talk about what's under the hood. This is where Toyota could be making some major shifts. If Toyota follows the Camry's lead, we could be looking at a hybrid-only lineup. The new Camry ditched its standard gas engine and now exclusively runs on a hybrid powertrain. The setup pairs a 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine with electric motors, giving front-wheel drive models 225 horsepower and all-wheel drive versions 232 horsepower. That's very likely what we'll see on the new RAV4, considering the current model shares the 203 horsepower four-cylinder with the Camry. If Toyota wants to stay competitive, we could also see a plug-in hybrid like the RAV4 Prime. But the big question is, will Toyota completely ditch the gas-only models? Let me know in the comments what you think. Toyota knows the RAV4 is a massive success. It practically created the compact crossover segment. So they're not looking to reinvent the wheel here. The current fifth-generation RAV4 debuted in 2018 and got a refresh in 2021. Despite its age, it's still selling incredibly well. With that in mind, Toyota is likely keeping the core design similar, just refining it with modern touches. Think about what they did with the new 2025 Camry. The changes weren't drastic, but they updated the tech, streamlined the powertrain, and refreshed the styling. That's probably the strategy for the RAV4 too. Expect a fresh front-end design, a slightly reworked rear, and some interior upgrades, but nothing too radical. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. A photo recently leaked from a dealer event in China, supposedly showing the next-gen RAV4 in full. We have to take these leaks with a grain of salt. But the design in the image lines up with what we're seeing in the spy shots. The front fascia looks aggressive, and there's a strong resemblance to Toyota's newer models, like the Crown and Camry. The leak also backs up the idea that Toyota is sticking with familiar styling while modernizing key elements, like the grille and lighting. If this image is accurate, we could be getting an even sharper-looking RAV4 than we expected. So what does all this mean for the 2026 Toyota RAV4? Design. Expect a more rugged, squared-off look with updated lighting and grille design. Powertrain, likely hybrid only, possibly with a plug-in hybrid option. Interior and tech we haven't seen much yet, but Toyota will probably add better tech and more premium materials. Release date, we don't have an official timeline, but Toyota typically unveils new models about a year before they hit the market. That means we could see the 2026 RAV4 revealed in late 2024 or early 2025, with sales starting later that year. Now, over to you. What do you think of these changes? Would you be happy with a hybrid-only RAV4, or do you want a gas-powered option to stick around? And do you think Toyota should push the design further, or is playing it safe the right move? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll be keeping a close eye on the RAV4's development, so stay tuned for more updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.